So nothing really crazy to report as far as the market is concerned. Kind of silent. Not a lot happening out there in the land of economic calendar and economic movement. We had yesterday was just the housing market index shows is pretty flat. Housing starts look like as of today they're up just a bit. Prior reading was 1.321 million. Now we're at 1.350, so up a little bit. Permits, those have actually gone about flat. So we're not seeing as much movement in the permits either. But the market is responding to at least just price action. That's my assessment. There's still everybody wanting to see what happens with the Fed. Are they going to lower the rate? Now there's people talking about they're going to lower at least 0.75% this year. We'll see. There's been that speculation a bunch over the years, and we've seen what's happened. It's not moved the way they thought it would. But one of the things is that they are talking about if Powell moves, they're going to, JP Morgan is saying they're going to probably move it in September. Should it, anticipation, everybody said it should have done this month. President himself screamed it should happen this month. Then if it happens in September and it gets moved by a half, they're going to say, okay, late Powell again, and so because of that lateness, there's going to be a lot of pressure on him, huge amount of pressure. It's kind of nice when they lower, right? Because it helps my lines of credit. It makes things a little bit better there, but it doesn't help the interest rates here that dang much. We're going to be in this range. So let's talk about this range as we always talk about. This way I can give you guys the same breakdown of what we're used to seeing and why we're used to seeing it. But what I did also is I went and drew another channel just to kind of say, okay, we're hitting this upward channel situation. So we have been responding in a form of an upward movement on this channel. We saw our downward channel movements and we hit these support lines. And we do have this, I believe, this particular line here. You got this green line here, this green line here that I marked, and they could be off by a little bit, but these are, close. Then you got the shaded area where I believe we're going to be trading sideways in this. We tried to pop out of it. We had a couple different things that stopped us. Lost steam here. Definitely had this monster block, which happens to be where they started quantitative easing. Without federal involvement, I don't see our rates getting any better, or the MBS is getting lower than that. We have that history here. We've shown it being very, very strong. I'll take it even all the way back further here, show that its strength exists quite a bit. That block, see that block here? That strength has proven itself over and over and over again in multiple different places. So because of that, we know that is going to hold us up, and we're not going to see the interest rates when we move lower than that. So we got to this point where we started to approach it, and then it turned right back down. So I'm looking at this channel here, and we could have a channel that was formed. The traders are going to play within. So that means we're here right now. We're going to work our way back down to the bottom of this channel, unless we break out of it and just continue to play sideways in this whole block that we've got here. We could play in that block, or we could play at the bottom of this channel and go back up. Either way, we're going to get squeezed here and pushed back down. So we're in that area of the lowest rates, I believe, that will be available to us for the foreseeable future, unless we pierce the block, the quantitative easing block. If we pierce that, we'll go up to the top of it and back down. But again, that's 50 basis point movement, 0.5% in cost. Nothing for you to look back on and freak out if you missed. Honestly, nothing to freak about. So that being the case, if you got something, we've got a lot of people that pulled that lock trigger this last week, which was good because it was very, very well timed, because we're going into that negative position from when we pulled those locks. If you are looking at a position you should lock, float, I would think now is a lock period, but this is just Aaron Chapman's opinion. You can go off of whatever you think. Just because Aaron believes it, Aaron thinks it, Aaron would do it, doesn't mean you absolutely have to do it. There is people who say, well, you've been doing this a long time, you have a certain reputation. Yes, but you're still the CEO of your real estate investment business. You got to feel comfortable with what you choose. And if you choose a direction and it goes the opposite direction on you, just got to focus your mind on where it is and keep moving forward. That's how real estate works. Keep moving forward. So that's where we are right now. It is the 19th of August, first part of the week. We're moving our way into the later part of the week and see how things go. We'll talk to you guys on Friday. I'll do an assessment of Friday to Friday and see how things are looking right there. Maybe there'll be another property to pop up that we can talk about, and we can do a deep dive on it, because there's opportunities out there. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.